Hello everyone, I'm Jennifer Knapp and welcome to our TCM Zone tutorial on our newest service for licensed practitioners, our online single herb packet dispensary, where we are your herbal pharmacy. If you're not yet a registered user online at TCMzone.com as a licensed practitioner, definitely contact us here at TCMzone to get registered online, or you can hop online to TCMzone.com and set up your account for approval very quickly. So let's get started. So the first thing, as I mentioned, that you want to do is to set up your online account. Either log in to your existing online account at tcmzone.com or fill out an account registration. You can click here to fill out an account registration with us online. Very simple. Just fill this form out, submit it, and then we will approve your account and you can begin logging in and ordering product for your clinic or utilizing our new dispensary service. So I'm just going to go ahead here and type in a generic login so we can get started on showing you the process. Now, once I'm logged into my account here, I want to jump over to Dispensary here at the top. This is going to take me directly to the forms I need to fill out for my online prescription. Now, use of this service, as I mentioned, is a fulfillment service. We at TCM Zone are going to take care of fulfilling the daily prescription in our single herb packets for your patient, shipping directly to them. So basically what you do here is you get online, go to the dispensary area, and you're going to go ahead and start building the prescription based on that particular patient. Now, one of the wonderful things about the service is you can click here, and if you already have orders that you've done in the dispensary, you already have those patients' names in the system because you've already submitted orders for them, you can pull up their name just by starting to type in this search for patient field. There you go. There's Mike William, one of our patients, and that way you don't have to go through the process of adding in all of their information again. But for purposes of this tutorial today, we will go ahead and we'll start from scratch here and build the new patient account. So again, number one here, identify the patient. So we're going to put in the patient's first and last name. And again, we'll use a generic name. We'll use my email address there and our company phone number. And there you go. You've got the first, last name, and email address, as well as the phone number for your patient. And we might actually want to put in, hopefully, that email. They'll notice that email address there. Let's see. And then we want to go down to the next part of the service, which is the dispensary portion or the prescription portion of the service. So what you want to do is you want to start out, once you have your prescription lined up here, you want to start out by entering in each individual herb for your daily prescription. Now, one of the great things about this service, another great thing about this service is if you're not familiar with the pinyin name, you can use the English name, you can search it by the item number that we have specifically for that herb. Any one of these fields is searchable. So we'll start here. What I'm going to do for this particular patient is I'm going to start by using a classical Chinese formula, Lu Jun Si Tong, or the Six Gentlemen formula. And the wonderful thing about this is you can use fixed formulas and modify them as we're going to do today, or you can start from scratch and come up with your own customized formulation. For the purposes of today's tutorial, I'm going to use a classical formula and I'm going to add herbs to that formula. So we'll start with Dong Shen, which is the first herb here. I know the pinyin name, so I'm going to pull that up here. And there we go. And as you can see, everything gets filled in here. There's the English name, there's the item number. Most importantly here, we have the grams of granule and the grams of raw herb. All of our single herbs are 5-to-1 concentration, so that means it's 2 grams of granule is equivalent to 10 grams of the raw herb. Each packet for this particular herb is 2 grams of granules, 10 grams of raw. So based on my my formulation over here, I know that's going to be perfect for this one. I'll only need one bag per day for this particular client. Now the next herb, we'll just go down the list, is Baiju, and I'll start typing it in. You'll see a lot of different herbs that pop up here, so I'm going to actually narrow that down. And there you go. There's the Baiju. There's the grams of granules per packet as well as the grams of raw. And again, based on my calculation here, I only need one packet. And as you can see here, the pricing is based on packet. These are wholesale prices per packet. So you as the practitioner are only paying based on the price per packet. So we are billing you with these prescription services based on our wholesale price. Now I'll go on here, and maybe I don't know the pinyin name for Fuling, so I'm going to type in the English name, which is Poria. There we have it. Perfect. The pinyin shows up, the item code, the grams of granules, and again, based on my prescription over here, I only need the one bag. And we'll continue down. This one I want Bansha, Fa Bansha, or Bansha Fa. Again, one packet based on my calculations over here. And again, I'm basing this on a classical formula, grams, based on the classical formula for Lujinsitong. Next one is going to be the Daozao. Oops, let's spell that right. And then again, we just need the one bag. And my next one is going to be Chen Pi. There we go. Now, as you can see here for the Chen Pi, that particular single herb for the tangerine peel is a little different than the others. This particular herb is only 1 gram per packet, equivalent to 5 grams of raw herbs. You'll see that on the outside of our packets, some of them are different. So definitely check that when you're pulling your herbs up. They're going to be either 2 grams of granules, 10 grams of raw, or 1 gram of granule in the packet equivalent to 5 grams of raw. And that just has to do with that particular herb. Maybe that particular herb we want to use less of. It's a more potent herb. So again, based on my prescription over here, I still only need the one bag, which is the 5 grams. And I'll continue to add on the rest of these herbs. After the Chen Pi, we want to find the Ganchao. Ganchao Mi. Again, that one's just like the Chen Pi. It's got the 1 gram of granule per packet equivalent to 5 grams of raw herb. And then our final herb here is the Shengzhong. Let's do that. Whoops. Didn't click on it. Shengzhong. There you go. And again, only 1 gram, or 1 packet, I'm sorry. Now, that's the Lujinsitong as the classical formula. What I want to do with this particular prescription is I want to modify that formula a bit for this particular condition, for this particular patient. I'm looking to soothe the qi, I'm looking to tonify the spleen, and I'm looking to expel some dampness. So I'm going to add in the Shangfu. And for these last 2 herbs that I'm adding, I really want to bulk up those herbs. So I'm going to double the dose of that. So instead of just 1 packet for each of these, I wanted this particular patient to do 2 packets per day for this daily prescription, and 2 packets, so equivalent to 20 grams of the raw, just for these particular single herbs. The beauty of this is the customization. You can make this whatever you'd like for that particular client. And for the Yi Ren, I want to do the same thing. I want to bulk up those particular single herbs. Now, I'm a little concerned about that email address. I want to maybe see if, just want to make sure that that particular email address goes through for us. Okay, we'll see here. Okay, and the number of days for a prescription. So we have all of our single herbs here. This is your daily prescription. This particular patient is going to be taking 1 packet of each of these, 2 packets of each of these daily. Now, how many days do I want this patient to be on this particular prescription? That could be 3, 5, 7, 10, based on maybe when you're going to see the patient again in your clinic, or maybe based on the specific condition. Maybe it's a strong formula. You only want them to take it for 3 days. This particular formula, I'd like to see them take it 7 days. Once I put in the number of days for that prescription, you see here that the total automatically pops up. And once again, this is your wholesale price for a 7-day prescription based on these herbs. Now, for you at this point, as a practitioner, you might want to at this stage say, okay, this is $23.31 wholesale for me, and figure out what your markup is going to be for that particular patient. At this point, you need to understand that this is a drop shipment. So we are invoicing you, the practitioner, at the wholesale price, and you are still figuring out the pricing for your specific patient. Now, finally here, before I submit the order, I want to add in some maybe special instructions for that particular patient. For instance, maybe this formula needs to be taken with meals, not on an empty stomach. So I'm just going to put that in here. Take daily dose with meals. And this again is a instruction for the patient. So this information here is going to be sent directly to the patient with their instructions. Now, you don't have to worry about what the daily instructions are for the packets. We provide those for the patient. For each daily dose, we have individual bags that we fill with these herb packets. And on those bags, we have an area that says client name, order number, and then a general instruction for usage. That general instruction for usage states, empty contents of each of the packets in this bag into 10 to 12 ounces of warm water, mix to dissolve, and then take 2 times throughout the day. So that patient's going to drink half of the herbal solution, store it in the refrigerator, take back out at the end of the day, and drink the remaining of that solution. Again, those instructions are on the bags that we provide to the patient. So this is just something maybe that you would like to get across directly to the patient for how you want them to take these. Now, everything looks good. Maybe at this point you notice that, oops, I didn't want that one herb in here. You can just use these subtraction signs and take one of the herbs off. Maybe I didn't want the yi ren. I'm going to take that off with the subtraction sign. But for this particular prescription, I do want that yi ren in there. So we'll find that and put it right back in there. So this is the stage where you can make all the changes on the order based on your particular customer needs. So at this point, I'm going to submit the order, and let's just make sure we've got everything filled out here. I'm going to actually change that email address, and I'm going to submit. Okay, so now we've got the order, and this is the last phase before we proceed to checkout. So again, you might want to look in here, see if there's any changes that you want to make with this particular order. Special instructions for the patient show up right here. Everything looks good. Now it's time to proceed to checkout. Now, for those of you who are already TCMzone.com members and place orders with us online, this part is very similar to the checkout for regular orders. Your billing information pops up here based on your account. The only area that you're going to change here is going to be your shipping address for that particular patient. So we'll just go ahead and we'll put in a generic shipping address. Oops, that one is already saved for me, so we'll change that. We'll put in and then we'll put in here Tempe, and we'll put the state, Arizona, and we'll put the zip code. And now finally here is order notes. These notes are something that maybe you want TCMzone to know with the order. Maybe there's a special place you'd like us to put the package, or to tell the shipper to put the package. Maybe you'd like us to include a consumer brochure. Whatever notes here for the order, those come directly to us at TCMzone. We do ship all of the online herbal dispensary orders United States Postal Service. That is done for quicker efficiency. If you put your order in with us online before 1 o'clock Mountain Time, that order will ship same day, and it will go out USPS, United States Postal Service, and guaranteed 2-day delivery to your patient. That way they can get that prescription right after they visit you at the clinic. And finally here, you just want to put your payment information in. Once again, we are billing you, the practitioner, at this point, so just make sure it's your credit card information that matches your billing, and then you just want to place the order. Now, one of the great things about the service, one other great thing about the service, there's many great things about the service, is the ability to find orders in your account. So as you see here, recent orders are all listed in your account area. So say there was a prescription that you had sent out for 5 days and you want them to continue to take it for another 5 days. So you want to resubmit that prescription. You can just click on reorder here. It has the order number, the date of the order. Just click on reorder and you can put that order straight back in, the same order that you had for that particular patient on that particular day, and just resubmit that through. You don't have to worry about entering in all of that information once again. So again, just another way that TCM Zone is trying to provide a service for our licensed practitioner clients to make prescribing our herbal formulas that much easier for you and your clients. So once again, I'll just bring this up here so you can see, again, the dispensing service using our signature granular packets. Please feel free to contact TCM Zone staff Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Mountain Time if you need any help, assistance with the online herbal dispensary, or just go online to TCMzone.com, log into your account, and get started. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you all online.